Hello, Helvian here. We are back, and we're JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Now we're starting part 2 today. Yay! Sorry, this is a bit late. I just, I'll get out tonight. Okay, you'll see it. Okay, all right. Uh, got a haircut. Nice. First video with my haircut. Yeah. Let's get into it. Part 2. Yeah. So this will be the last video where I had any prior knowledge from the anime. Um, because I'm certain that this volume compendium volume was reached farther into the series than when I watched it in the 2012 anime. Um, yeah, I don't think I made it to the Nazi part. Now, anyways, yeah, there might still be a lot of stuff that I know from spoilers, but yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. Also, so start off with it's a bit of a very big time skip. JoJo time skips, they don't play around. Uh, uh Speedwagon. There's an old man now. Oh man, what they do to a goat? Oh man. And Strazo here. I didn't remember much of um Strazo from the original Oh Mary Shrieking Again, but he wasn't that important in part one, but yeah, he was like another disciple of Sapelli, or a fellow he was with Sapelli, okay? Uh so he hasn't aged as much because of the Haman. That's cool. Now we're in Mexico and New York. We're kind of both simultaneously a bit here. Um, JoJo's really is like a worldwide series. I know later they go to Egypt and Italy and um America again. I think Steel Baron has some stuff in America, or maybe I just made that up. I don't know. But yeah, those places. Yeah, I truly I appreciate the internationalism. Mr. Maraki worldwide, and they're in New York. Um, and oh, he encounters Joe. The new JoJo encounters a thief, but when he sees these racist guys, he comes to his aid. A good guy, Jonathan, or Joseph. Damn it. Araki's art is great. I love it too. Uh, don't push it, Yank. Oh man. Based anti-police Joseph? Could it be? And he was born with the Haman, which is interesting. Interesting how you can inherit that shit, because it's like something usually you can't inherit shit you have to train for. Like maybe you can inherit the potential to become good at something. Usually you can't just inherit like an ability like that. Like it would be of like Boruto didn't have to train for the uh Sharingan. No, no, for the Rasengan. But he did. He did it in record time, but he still had to train for the Rasengan. He wasn't born with the ability to do the Rasengan, but I guess he can still do it. Later on, it's noted that he isn't that great at using Hamon, be it by Speedwagon, but still, it's kind of crazy he's able to do it. And use it with this bottle cap. Uh, quite an American thing to do. Although, while he's in New York, he is still like an Englishman, so I guess that's not great. Okay, was he born? No, he wasn't. Wait, was he born? I don't know. Um, the racial stuff. I don't know. I can tell Rock has a good heart in it, but it is a bit, as with many JoJo themes, um, not very subtle. Uh, but I mean, it's cool. It's smoky. Joseph Joestar, and this is the one. Yeah, they just moved here from London. Yeah, so they were not born here. Hmm. They make a good team. Although, hope he can wake into some powers. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, isn't this guy like 17? That's crazy. Uh, very nice. Now we're back to Mexico with a stone mask or this weird temple type. It looks like a lab almost, you know. But we're kind of mixing like it's mostly magic stuff, but yeah, it kind of looks like a lab. Yeah, now we have the Pillar. At first I thought, oh no, there's just one Pillar Man. I thought it was Pillar Men, and then later on they're like, oh yeah, there are other Pillar Men. So I was like, yeah, hell of memory vindicated. Yeah. Uh, yeah, this guy. So it seems like Araki is expanding on the mask lore. Now it's like if you also sleep for like 2,000 years, you can gain power greater than that of the zombie form the mask gives you. But it looks like there's other stuff to it. Like you have to be in this like certain area or whatever these areas. But there's still, I think the Pillarmen. Overall, I like this volume a bit more, I guess, than the average part one volume. So we're going in a good direction, I think. I do like Jonathan as a character. Uh, no, Joseph as a character more than Jonathan. But anyways, we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Although actually, I should be hurting for this a bit. So basically, um, the deal here is that he found Speedwagon here. He found like this you know max shit going on. He called up you know Strizo. It's like, hey, we need the Haman to deal with this shit. See? So and he flashes back to when Joseph was young or younger. Um, he was reading his comics, of course, and there was a hijacking, and like he was ignoring the hijackers, but then they attacked him, and he got blood on his grandma's shirt his shirt that grandma bought for him, and we got some characterization that he cares, um, more about that than the fact that they hit him. So yeah, he definitely he has a lot about his grandma, and uh, they tell you a lot more about Joseph there. That was nice. Uh, now he activated the Haman here and just save the day, sort of. Oh no, well no, he crashed the plane. uh, uh, but then Strazo. Oh, he's a bad guy actually, or well, he got corrupted, I guess. Um, because the Han does help with a lot, apparently a lot with aging, but not perfect. Um, So he's like, nah, I'll just, you know, uh, no, say, you know, he mired Dio during the fight. No, no, maybe he was bad all the time, but I don't know. Was just jealous of Dio, you know. Like I didn't object to what Dio did. I was just jealous, but I don't know. Uh, yeah, he just wants Dio spot, man. It's so good. Now we're back to New York. We meet Arena again. I know Arena is like an old lady. Is like, I mean, it's just so different from the Arena in part one. It's like she almost feels like a different character. Like way different character design. Of course, when you grow up to be an old lady, you change a lot from when you were before. So yeah, but she's nice here. Um, yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention how Speed Speedwagon is like a billionaire, not a billionaire, like a multimillionaire oil capitalist guy now. Oh man, how the great fall. Speedwagon, man. He just had to be a filthy pig. Hate it. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. This is basically Speedwagon right here. That's basically what Speedwagon is right now. Oh no, but no, she later he's a a millionaire or whatever. Whatever. In today's money, he'd probably be like a billionaire. Yeah, account for inflation. Little known fact. Anyways, so this is another racist guy. You know, hey, isn't it crazy how the racist is the pig who still calls black people pigs, but he's a pig. Good stuff, Iraqi. I love it. Uh, a nice granny arena. I like Joseph. Uh, uh, well, I like yeah, he is more hot headed than Jonathan, but he also like is like much smarter. That's cool. Like he just like deduced where his knuckles were, and also the Jo is also one of the more another JoJo meme where your next line is, "How did you know where my knuckles were?" Good stuff. Although, hmm, does this even work? It feels like a manga thing that wouldn't work in real life because once you hear a line him say this, why would you say it again? You know, maybe it only works on dumb people. So JoJo beats up this guy. Um, and, like he does this like weird substitution thing or so. I don't know. He just ever brings out this hat stand. Like you were throwing punches at this the whole time, but if you don't really see it, maybe that's the point. I don't know. Kind of feels weird. But weirdness. JoJo's what did you expect, Helvian? What did you expect? Um, they were this guy is lackey to this guy. Um, and it's like, hey, by the way, Speedwagon is dead. Or killed even. And it was a Tibetan man did him in. What did you say? Yeah. Oh, it looks so cool here. And back to the. Oh, I think color page. Yeah, I mean, yeah, these are kind of color pages. But it's not like a full range of colors. But it's definitely like really cool. Uh, with the Joseph here, like on his bike. It's cool. So cool. Oh, hey, Marina, no. Yeah, earlier, Joseph was like, "Hey, do you have something going on? You never dated or you never married again. So after Jonathan, what's going on? Yeah, but you know, looks like would be ambiguous. uh, more Joseph just being very observant. Oh man, this is it's very cool. But basically, he's just telling them about what's going on in Mexico, or at least the rough basics of what's going on in Mexico. And now the Pillar Man is kind of coming out. Uh-oh. Oh, cool. Uh, hmm. Yeah, this part is like it says like yeah the day before yesterday. So this is when Speedrun was attacked. He talks about these people like his blood he'll use for the mask become immortal. Um, but he doesn't know quite know about the Pillarmen. I think. Interesting. Hmm. And then back in like America's like you know what these bitches are about to fool us with these fake padded breasts. Oh man. Oh, and a mysterious guy comes up and then JoJo poses or something type shit. And he just pulls out a gun. Yeah, okay. Let's be honest. He's honorary American. Okay, honorary American. Like what? Okay, Strizo. Yeah. Now we have a big fight. Strizo and Jonathan here. Let's see. Do I have anything unique to say about anything to say about this fight? I mean, there's some cool aspects to it. A lot of it definitely reminds me a lot about a lot of mechanics that definitely show up again from part one. With those ripples stuff. On That's cool. Um, and with Joseph Stone's twist on things, it's cool. The There's your next line stuff. It's cool. And also there's more modern weapons. So how that interacts with come on is kind of cool. Um, that does help it be a bit more different from part one. Uh, yeah. Um, yeah. Joseph is definitely not as adept at using ripples or Hamon as um this guy. I remember his name. Strizo, yes. Successor of 4,000 years in the making, in the way of Hamon. I know the ins and outs of it. You're a fighting expert. But not require he's not relying on just Milan here. He also has grenades. Yep, honorary American. Honorary American. Uh, and then he just reforms, tough. Because that's what the mask does. Yeah. Yep. There's one last thing I haven't tried. Ace Mischief, look at his legs. I'll be using my legs too. To run! Let's go. Uh, Great. Love it. But the fight continues, because even after they run all the way here, um, he still catch up with them, and now he has a hostage. But this one serves as like a test for Joseph. This fight, unlike a normal hostage, I think he usually would go for someone they know. At least if it's like an interpersonal thing like this, like of course if we're dealing with police, anyone would do. Um, this one, this situation, you typically want to use someone you to know to get at them. But this is a test of Joseph's character if he's as courageous as and as gentlemanly as Jonathan. Yeah, and yeah, originally um he was like, no, no. He kind of calls his bluff a bit, as if the great Tibetan successor of to the way of Mon would so brutally kill a girl like that. And then he just takes one of her tooth out. He was just so like, bluff called, I guess, or whatever you say with that. Um, yeah, but then everyone realizes that, it's like, um, yeah, yeah, you've thrown away your humanity. I gotta attack you. So, and then he throws his space ripper stingy eyes. But then no, he has a Hamon glass, of course. But still hits him, but not in a vital. Um, the next line is he can't. Yeah, I love it. Uh, and then he beats up this guy, Straizu. Uh, very manly manga. Yep, very straight manga. Uh, uh, this is so cool. So he's trying to get more information from the other Pillarmen, but you know, he kind of like blows himself up. No, you've only told me half of what I want to know. No. And then we go to the Third Reich. Oh my god. Hi, Hitler. Yeah, they're just Nazis. We're doing the Nazi stuff. Luckily, of course, fighting the Nazis. That's very key. And I do like how we're focused on like Hitler's mysticism and the mysticism of Nazi Germany. But I don't know how well that works when like the mysticism stuff, the that stuff is real. So it's like, no, it's not like they're in real life where the Nazis were crazy for trying to do all that mystic shit. It's like in this universe, the Nazis were very well reasonable and researching this stuff because it actually is happening. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, okay, just to put anything out of anything I know. I don't think that Araki is anyway sympathetic to the Nazis, at least not from anything I've read in this volume. But there are ways in which you can handle Nazis in media that even if unintentionally you might, you know, be portraying them in like a way that might make the Nazis seem cooler than they are or were. And it's like the biggest one in this volume was in with the Stroheim and how um, his city was redeemed a bit in the end, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. Um, yeah, this guy's a guy. Jesus Christ. I noticed we didn't really talk. They didn't mention the Nazis' anti-Semitism, which is, or at least I don't remember saying anything like that. I mean, like they talk about they believe they're superior, but they didn't really mention like some anti-Semitism specifically. Yeah. Uh, so anyways, this Stroheim guy is like just um really. I don't know what to say. Like, is it harassment? Putting it lightly, you're harassing this woman. But then this guy comes in telling him Speedwagon's awake, so he didn't actually die. So that's cool. Um, is this part supposed to be just hair? It feels weirdly drawn. I'm not sure what's up with this. Um, but yeah, I did pass over that part where he called her ugly. uh, which I thought was very odd. But I guess he forgot, held memory. It's Joseph memory. You can't make fun of me for memory anymore. Okay, it's Joseph. I just have Joseph. I have JoJo memory. Okay. Uh, and then she like she was paralyzed by fear, but now it's her pain's back from the molar that was gone. That's crazy. And now it's time to go to Mexico. Oh my god, my nose. Oh my god. Basically, the Nazis are very interested in Speedwagon's knowledge of this cult mask stuff. So they captured him, tried to prevent him from committing suicide, and they're trying to make him talk through this truth serum that they got going on. They try to get more blood, so they have like they try to make someone volunteer to die, and this guy does, so they kill everyone else. Which I guess admirable, but we're talking about Nazis, so I don't know. It reveals a bit of an odd. It's very cool. Joseph coming in, tries to drink from the same trough as Ford. Wait, what did you think this was for, Joseph? Oh man. And look at this gringo. Oh man. And he breaks his glasses and with them on, just fires the glass right around their fingers. That's great. Uh, yeah, definitely knows how to get his way and know their faces in the sky. I think that comes back later. From what I know, I seen an image at the end that was at the end of like one of the parts where there was a bunch of people in the sky. I don't know. Um, it was basically they're talking about how in this page they're talking about how this interior that they have, this guy is like very safe, 100% safe, which is definitely going to stay true. Anyway, this guy is 97 kilograms. 18. Okay. 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 Oh no. Okay. That's 213. Do I weigh him? Or no? I'll be less. Okay. But still, man. Oh my god. The universe is trying to make me not be able to record this JoJo's video. So Joseph, his least favorite animal is cows because they slobber. That's fucked up. Man. Favorite animal is dog. Okay. So another dog won't die this part. God damn it. Uh, anyways, they're messing around with this pillar guy. Um, so basically for various ways, he kind of outsmarts them. He's like evolving and stuff. He gets out of this cage they have him in. Um, he names them. This guy names him Sanviento. Sanviento. Okay. Um, he ups up and fucking trips. Ah, ha, 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 laugh at this guy. Well, laugh while you can, because he's gonna. Uh, oh yeah, they have they made like a stone mask prisoner to have him test his metal against him. Um, so at first it's like, hey, he's not that tough, but then he's like absorbs him like a like a big slime type absorption thing, which is uh interesting. and very bizarre, strange. Like Joseph says here, this is very odd. I understand everything. And then another guy comes up, just like with teleports. What? Um, yeah, this guy is strange. Like he doesn't. He's so light on a seat. He doesn't need to leave footprints. He can stand on a cactus. Um, average JoJo villain. Um, uh, and then the like substitute the cactus or whatever for or the thing for the cactus. It's cool, and then he Joseph does the same thing on him, I guess. And then the compass in the eye, that's wild. Um, yeah, but this pillar guy can just talk now, and then back to him. Um, uh, he finds out that Speedwagon is still alive. That's so. Even think he's getting closer to what's going on in the laboratory. I definitely wait. I do like what is it? I do like him calling these guys Nazi scum. I do appreciate that. Based anti-fascist Joseph Joestar. And based trans femme Joseph Joestar. Nice. Did I already passed that? Oh no, I didn't. Another big memeable moment that I've seen before in memes and stuff. But yeah. Classic. Classic. But it looked like he was upset that they they saw through it that quickly. Yeah. But come on, these guys ain't shit. Uh, I feel like my self confidence went down a notch. Oh man. Uh, all right. So like after taking his eyes off the screen for a few seconds, this guy escapes. He's like, where did he go? And then he went through the vents. He's lurking in the vents of the buildings. He's in the walls. Oh my god, that's crazy. Uh, and now we have the main color page of the volume, which is what I've typically used for these side art. And very importantly, we got trans flag colors, so this further supports my theory of trans Joseph Joestar. Um, trans femme or trans mask. I mean, pick whatever you think works best. Okay. Uh, yeah, this guy, a lot of body horror here. Makes this Nazi fat. Uh, uh, yeah, very JoJo's, and then he comes out of the fucking guy. But then Joseph is arrived on the scene with hair and his Mon battling that out with the Pillarmen. It's all cool. And basically, most of the rest of this volume is just dedicated to this pillar fight, which is a good fight. I will say, um, definitely a lot of moments with these, uh, like this guy just instantly took apart a gun, uh, like an expert clockmaker. Oh man, that's, that's so. Or well, I don't say instantly, but in these two or like three panels, he did. I don't know how much time passed, but yeah. Like, yeah, we weren't observing him. He was observing us. So yeah. Uh, And then his attack he does JoJo's. It's very reminiscent of a how the mask, the stone mask, wraps on your face, which I thought was cool. But JoJo evades it, um, and then it looks like they're both like pretty impressed with each other. Like are all humans like this? And then he just reads Speedwagon's mind. But no, this guy's special actually. Uh, uh, it's like, oh, the Haman doesn't work. Oh no. Oh yeah. How's Haman not working? Oh, my Vista's. uh, how is he dislocating his hand? His thumb? How is he doing it? Uh, yeah. So like, it's not like Haman doesn't work on him because you know the one reason he can't be consumed by this guy is because of the Haman. So that that's cool. That's something that's helping him here. But he will need to definitely train for the next uh round of fights. So it looks like a training arc is stored next volume. But anyways, before that, uh, he tries to infuse an item with Mon attack with his knife, um, which does have some effect here. But his eyeballs are resilient too. Um, but he definitely finds it hard to keep up the breathing. But oh, JoJo, do the breathing. Breathe, JoJo. Oh, and he is about to self-destruct. Fucking Nazi. The moment things go south, the Nazi's like, yep, gotta kill myself. Oh man. No, take this, come on. What? Oh yeah, he didn't pass out. It was part of the plan to do it from inside. It's cool. Good plan, JoJo. Awesome. Very cool. Hmm. Yeah, JoJo's Hamana's weak though, so not enough. Muda, not enough. Uh, hmm. So now this is basically now the plan is to get into sunlight. So, but he can't quite do it alone. Nope. Uh, it's meat invade. I don't, like it's JoJo's. Just keep it. JoJo. It just works. So, I'll just say that for every time I don't understand something. Okay. And yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier about it's like a one rash redemption for this Nazi, but yeah, I don't know. Not saying it's like yeah, I don't think Iraqi is a Nazi, okay? So, but I don't know. It just feels like he's so disconnected from like the Nazi project as a whole. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, now he's in the sun, and then he went inside this fucking body. Jesus Christ! And then he sacrifices himself again with the grenade. Um, yeah, but I wish he didn't. He was able to do it without, singing the praises of the Third Reich when he was on his way out. You know, but he did what he had to do. Sanfiento, where's your pee? Uh, JoJo noises. I'm not familiar with these ones. uh, I realized that cavemen are in the part with the most sunlight, and now you're defeated. Yay! And then we got one last chapter here about a lot of epilogue and like, yeah, what is the difference between Pillarmen and vampires wearing a stone mask? And this is the big exclamation we have. Apparently more food and like time is what you need to get to the Pillarmen. You know, theory is that they use lots of power at once, so they need a long resting period. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Uh, hmm. Yeah, but basically we know that there are like four. He was just like the first of four Pillarmen, um, and that they're gonna awaken real soon. Actually, yeah, real soon. Like, was that a few years? No, not soon. Now we're going to Rome, and this guy just can't handle this guy, man. But it turns out he's a Haman user, and he's actually a descendant from Zeppeli. Yay! So now we're going. I guess now that the Haman guy, Zeppeli descendant, so this guy must be big in Haman. We're going to get a training arc to defeat the Pillarmen. That's nice. I know Dio is a major villain in part 3, so I thought he was a major villain in part 2. So I'm not sure if he'll show up later on. I guess that'll be in this part. I guess that might be something to look forward to, but on the other end, I guess. I mean, there are four. There are three. I have three more uh, compendium volumes to go through, and there are three more Pillarmen. So I don't know if it'll just be like one Pillarman per compendium volume or what. Or yeah, I know how it goes. But overall, this volume is um is promising step up a bit of a step up from part one. So I hope to see how it continues. So if I leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Oh, no, stop recording now.